Welcome to the Tournament Center. I'm Randy Bueller, and it is time for a deck tech with Kenny Öberg. I don't know about a lot of you guys at home, but when I thought about this Pro Tour, I was not expecting the Tezzerator to run the table on day one. As we film this, Kenny is 11-1 with a blue control deck really based around Tezzeret the Seeker, the Planeswalker from Shards of Alara. All right, Kenny, walk us through this thing, because I am sure people have not really seen a deck like this before. It's doing great. How does it work?
It basically works as a lockdown deck. You make the opponent unable to play any of their spells or attack with the creatures. Basically, it's a trinket-based deck, which has the usual toolbox for trinkets: Spellbomb, Pithing Needle,
Engineered explosives.
And engineered explosives.
Absolutely.
But also, the really important card, Chalice of the Void. Chalice basically stops all the efficient mana decks that plays a lot of 1-drops or 2-drops. This deck has no 2-drops, so you always want to play one out on 2 counters. And basically you shut down a lot of strategies in this format. Then, by looking at what Tezzeret can do, it's basically a Trinket Mage, but can find way much better things, like Ensnaring Bridge. This card makes it that the opponent can't attack you, basically, and
there's a lot of decks that just have no answer, right? You play that out against fairies, what do they do?
Yeah, they don't
have any cards.
The only thing they can do is play a Cryptic Command to bounce it, otherwise they're out, and you can in some way stop it.
Yeah.
Other decks like Zoo or Elves or something can't really handle Trinisphere very well.
Sure.
Also basically 2 cards you want to find with Tezzeret.
Okay.
But to support these 2, you also have Shackles. You basically play 5 Shackles in this deck, and the creature strategies are even more punished for their creatures.
Nice. So how do you actually win the game?
You either win by beating them down with Trinket Mage or Vendilion Clique.
Okay.
But a more fun way is to use Tezzeret's ultimate ability.
The ultimate.
You turn all your artifacts into 5/5s.
Smash.
And you have plenty of artifacts. You have Chrome Moxes lying around, Great Furnace, or some of the toolbox. So you basically do 20 damage in a very fast way.
Yeah, I mean, Tezzeret will untap the Chrome Moxes too with his other ability, right?
Mm-hmm. So you can usually generate mana by untapping these 2. Nice. It's quite common. Tezzeret can be used to search for 0, for finding Chalice of the Void, to stop like Pacts or Ancestral Visions or something like that. But you can also find explosives.
Right, and you've got a really powerful late game too. I've seen a number of games where you get Academy Ruins going. Literally Academy Ruins for Engineered Explosives just every turn. Whatever they play, blow it up. Whatever they play, blow it up. It's a really powerful late game.
Yeah, the Academy Ruins is really one of the key cards in the deck. It's another way to lock the opponent down.
Sure.
To try to support this strategy, like Tezzeret cost 5 mana. It's not the fastest card in the format. You run Stifles.
3 main deck Stifles, huh?
Yeah. It's really important, like to strip mine them. It's definitely a fetch land.
Just nail a fetch land?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's really good. Vendilion Clique to disrupt them and get rid of their creatures.
Right.
And Spell Snare.
Sure.
It's just such a tempo game to play this.
Sure.
And then you just have some basic card draw and 2 hard counters, just in case.
Okay. So, fairies, zoo, elves. These seem like the real 3 big decks. How does it match up against those?
Pre-board against Zoo is not very good, but it's very good after sideboarding. We have Firespouts.
I've seen the Firespouts coming in from the sideboard. What you got hiding over there?
Threads of Disloyalty. But also a card I really can't handle, Blood Moon. If you play this out, they can play like 8 spells in the deck at best. And you lock them down with Blood Moon instead of the rest of the deck.
Sure.
In game 1, they can't handle Ensnaring Bridge. So it's also an instant win usually.
You just have to survive long enough to get through it, I guess. And then the Firespouts are probably pretty good against elves too, right?
Very good. That's really a bonus to play Firespout. It was mainly there for the Zoo matchup. And
so you played fairies, what, 3 times now?
4.
4 times, 4-0?
Yeah.
Nice. Seems like nice. If you want to smash the fairy deck, apparently this is a good choice.
Really good matchup. They can't really handle Chalice of the Void. They have no card. They have no card engine left with Ancestral Vision.
Oh yeah, Chalice for 0 will shut it off, right? And how many times have you played against the elf deck now?
3 times.
And
2-1.
Okay.
So it's fairly well. 1-2 and 2-0.
So big picture, is this a deck you recommend for the PTQ season? Is it just plain good, or is it kind of a surprise that once the cat's got out of the bag that...
It's much better than in playtesting in this tournament because people really don't know. What does Tezzeret do? Let's read.
Oh, wow. So it's better here than it was in playtesting.
Yeah, very
That's
much
funny.
better. But also it's quite a complicated deck to play. You really have to have your game plan set, and if you practice well, I would recommend it. It's really good.
Awesome. Well, this deck's a lot of fun. 11-1, good shape.
Yeah.
Got to be feeling pretty good right now.
Very good.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the way. For the Tournament Center, this is Randy Buehler. Stay tuned for more coverage of Pro Tour Berlin.